Yo, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. Your host with the most, man. Focus Field, Focus Radio. We do this thing each and every Saturday, and we kick it off at 6:15 p.m. with that big sip mix. Y'all already know, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Download this free app, Hustle Firm Radio. Get connected. Get plugged in. You already know I want to thank everybody who tunes in, everybody who shows love every Saturday, every single day, all my followers, all of our listeners, everyone that tunes in, man, that shows love to Focus Radio. And then you already know alongside, Focus Radio co-pilot, we have Black Rose.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
What's happening? That was a hell of an introduction, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Told you, man. Tonight I'm gonna get you all night tonight. All night tonight. I got bones to pick with you. You already know what it is, man. Our biggest segment to date, and it's climbing and climbing every day in numbers, up to 2.2 million to be exact. And true fact, man, I get these messages all the time. You know what I'm saying? 200,000 listening in, 300,000 listening in. Like, worldwide, people just looking at the page and seeing what we do, you know what I'm saying? Liking our pics and clicking on the videos, man, and all that. So I say all that to say, if you have someone that's missing and you need some people, some support to get involved, reach out to Focus Radio, Black Rose, or either myself, Focus Field. And then I also say that to say we have Antonio Willer back with us here in the den tonight, still in the search of his stepdaughter, Alicia Rudd. So we're going to get some updates, going to find out what's going on. Also on the fight to get his boys back. So, this man has a family of 3. So, want to get his boys back. And like I say, Tonio, man, we here bringing awareness, man, and showing support. That's what we doing. And we just want to keep this thing moving. We just don't want to forget about Alicia Rudd. So we want to keep on opening up people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And we want the truth. You know what I'm saying? The world wants the truth. You know what I'm saying? In the search of Alicia Rudd. So that's what we do right here on Focus Radio, man. So we're going to give you another exclusive interview right here, man. 3rd interview. Antonio, man, been going through it. Like I said, the disappearance of his daughter, Alicia Rudd. Also, we had some great events that took place 2 days in a row. Hosted an event with Chief on the Go on Woodyard Road in Clinton, Maryland, in front of the Lowe's parking lot. And man, it was fantastic. It was a great thing. The chief of police was there, along with commanders and lieutenants and majors, and just a lot of support from the police community in a major way, and giving people a chance to express themselves with Q&A questions for us and the police. And that's what made it so wonderful, with Focus Radio to be a part of that. People was actually, coming over and not afraid to be in front of the camera and talking about their organizations. The chief gave me an exclusive interview, and we really spoke on, I asked him about the body cameras and how effective, is the body camera, and does Prince George's County Police have to wear the body cameras? And he said that they are in the stages now of basically still testing them, but they will be wearing them. And he said he'll make sure that every police officer, in his county has the body camera on. So
that was nice today too.
Yeah.
A great turnout.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people came through. It was entertainment. We had a live band. We gave away shoes and food supplies. It was a really nice event. I hope everyone that came out enjoyed it.
Right there on Tucker Road.
Yeah, at the Tucker Community Center. Tucker Road Community Center.
And that Royal Sounds Band was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Royal Sounds band was awesome, man. An all girl band, kind of like alternative style band. Go, a little bit of rap, R&B, everything. So down there with Daryl Hurst and the day on Tucker Road, like I said, a great event. Everything was free. Airbrush for the kids, a clown for the kids. Also had the police come out there and speak with people, find out what was going on in the community, and just basically just lending support, man, trying to stop this violence out here, man, and getting these youngers to put these guns down, and doing all this, man, for senseless violence. So that's what we do, man, on Phocuz Radio. Like I say, man, we do this thing each and every Saturday. We are here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Download the free app, Hustle Firm Radio. Simple as ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Black Rose, what's happening?
What's happening? We have Miss MONTERIA Robinson calling in all the way from Georgia. I'm gonna tell you, a beautiful soul. She lost her son last year in August. He was killed by the U.S. Marshals, and he was shot 76 times, y'all, by the U.S. Marshals. Okay, and the case is getting ready to, get on the way. And it was like 76 times. That was like the most inhuman thing that somebody ever could do. It was like the worst case of police brutality, like the worst case ever. I've never in my life even, it's just crazy. But we got her calling in, and we get ready to start a movement, y'all. We got some activities coming up in October down in Atlanta, and I would love for whoever want to be a part of it, hit my inbox. I'll be posting information, hopefully getting some packages for travel and hotel fees, and I want to go down and support her in this movement.
So you're trying to take a team.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a team.
Team of supporters, man. We're trying to put this thing together, y'all. Yeah. All the way to the ATL from D.C.
Yep, and go down there
bringing justice.
Out, because we have to bring awareness to this. Like, this is like terrible, and people cannot. It's like they getting away with it like every day, and we're gonna have to put a stop to this, So it's justice for Jamarion, shot 76 times, okay? A great person, okay? Honor roll student. He was a biology major. He was an athlete, okay? Going to Tuskegee University. Graduated, did his first part of schooling at Clark University, had a promising life ahead of him, and it was just snatched away. So we're gonna fight this all the way through, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and we're gonna get justice for him, by any means necessary. That's just what it is. So I want y'all to tune in for that. That will be starting at 6:50 in about 20 minutes. So tune in, to that, and I want to show her some support, and get a team together and go down and help her out.
Heard her first right here on Phocuz Radio. She will be calling in today. MONTERIA Robinson, mother of Jamarion Robinson, who was killed by U.S. Marshals in Duluth, Georgia. So we're going to get the real details and the real story, not none of that other craziness coming from the U.S. Marshals. We're going to hop right into it, man. Y'all already know what it is. My other host has arrived.
Yes, indeed. In the house.
She's in the house. And Angela Taylor, business segment, it is.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are you all today?
Astonishing. I was over here thinking of. That's how I'm feeling for real though.
Yeah, but remember, we gotta use 2 words. Astonishingly awesome.
Oh, okay.
You are definitely that. But before we move into the business segment, I'd like to encourage everybody to, get yourselves together to travel to the ATL. Because I'm telling you guys, the only people who are going to save us from us is us. We have got to stand up because today is Jamari, tomorrow can be your kid or your grandchild.
That's right.
So get your ducks in a row, forego your lunch a couple of days a week, get your money together so you can go down to Atlanta and support this cause in October.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to move into the business segment.
Yes, we are.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. A21 in the house.
I've been waiting for it all day. For
yes,
real.
Indeed. Because I like to tell folks, it is not what you have done, it's what are you going to do from here. This is Angela Taylor with the business segment. Now, on last week, I'd given you 2 books that I recommended that you read. That first book is a very easy read, but it'll definitely help you navigate through the folks who are adding value to your life and the folks who are not. And in order for you to go into business, I don't care if it's a home-based business or you're moving to a brick and mortar shop, you have got to get your front row people in order, and you've got to be able to identify them with some degree of clarity. So I hope that you all have read about the border bullies, those folks who are very close to you, who who are used to seeing you as you are, and who may not want to change. If you're trying to do something big in your life, if you're trying to do anything big in your life, you've got to be able to stand up to those folks. And that book also talks about the giants and the wasteland. There are some, whenever you're trying to do anything different and anything bigger than where you are, you're going to come into some problems. So you just have to be able to prepare yourself inside to be able to deal with those challenges that you know you're going to face, because you're about to make a change in your life. The wasteland. You're going to be going through periods where you're working really hard. I'm telling you, you are just sacrificing and working very, very hard to achieve that goal. And it doesn't seem like anything's happening. Don't look for overnight success, because overnight success does not happen overnight. You see people who, all of a sudden jump to the forefront, know that they have had some years of preparation to bring them to that point, because it's not the destination, folks. It is the journey that makes you the person who is going to achieve some success. Now, the second book that I had given you was the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Now, I asked you guys to read chapter 1, and that chapter 1 talks about the law of the lid, because pretty much all of our lives, somebody, has told us what we can do and what we can't do. Now, if you have a dream, now, and I'm not talking about that one where you put your head on the pillow and go to sleep. You have to be able to see yourself where you want to go. I often tell young ladies that I mentor today, don't dress for where you are, dress for where you want to go. But as it relates to the law of the lid, it's all too often we have that enemy inside ourselves, that inner me that tells us we can't do it, or that's too big for you, or how am I going to get this done? Now, a little story I'd like to interject that is in this particular chapter is about 2 brothers named Dick and Maurice. They were entrepreneurs. They originally lived in New York, but the opportunities were kind of stifling stifling them back in the 30s and 40s. So they moved out to the West Coast, Hollywood and all of that fun stuff, thinking that they were going to do something very big. Okay, they started a little theater business, but that didn't take off. That kind of folded. So they went into, because fast food, if you will, was just coming to the fore back then. So they decided to open a fast food shop. They served hot dogs and French fries, that kind of thing, but they served them on plates with real silverware and all that kind of fun stuff. But they were making money. So they were making about, I think they said that they split maybe about $50,000 every year for a few years. And they wanted to go bigger. So they decided to change their menu to hamburgers, okay, hamburgers, fries, and something to drink, and to dispense with the what do you call it, the plates and the forks and that kind of thing, and use disposable cups. So their profits nearly doubled and even tripled over time. And then they thought about, well, hey, why don't I just franchise it? Okay, but when they started marketing for the franchise, they weren't very successful, because the people that they wanted to, or people who came to them to want to buy their idea, said, hey, I'm going to call it McDonald's. And those two brothers said, well, what are you going to call it that for? Okay, so they wound up not being successful at franchising, but a year or two later, they met this gentleman by the name of Ray Kroc. Now, while Ray Kroc, he was a business owner as well. Now, keep in mind, Dick and Maurice McDonald, they were very good managers, but they were limited in their vision. They kind of put a cap on what they could do. Ray Kroc was a visionary, and as the story goes, he sacrificed a lot. I'm talking about his own personal money when he started bringing people on to McDonald's Corporation. He would even take bank loans and things like that to pay them their salary, because that's where his vision had taken him. He said that we could do this. And you can just look around. McDonald's is in over 100 countries. And those 10 franchises that Maurice and his brother tried to sell, Ray Kroc has got maybe over 21,000 of those. And he had bought them out. This was early on. He had bought them out for $2.7 million. And he made sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice, because he had a vision. He saw himself as to where he was going to be, not to where they are. I mean, where he was. So I'm saying all that to say is, don't limit your potential. Don't limit your potential, because in order to do big things, you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to prepare yourself. You're going to have to read. You're going to have to learn how to be that Ray Kroc. And the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, I would just encourage you to read that chapter and marinate it on it for about 21 days. That's A21. 21 days. So you can kind of internalize that, break it down in your own mind's eye. Because again, every single solitary person out there who's got a set of ears listening to this broadcast has a seed of greatness planted inside of them. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to cultivate that seed. And this book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, Chapter 1, The Law of the Lid, is step 1 that will make you well on your way to do whatever big thing you want to do in your life. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone back over to you, Phil.
But I want to bounce back to, so Ray Kroc wasn't the original owner.
Absolutely not.
I heard it was a movie about this story that you're telling us about the, establishing McDonald's.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that because it was always Ray Kroc. But I think what it was his marketing, like you said, was just totally different, and his vision as far as franchising was totally different.
Exactly.
We want to put this same thing all over, you know. But I didn't know that. That's an interesting story.
Yeah, but the McDonald's brothers were very good managers, but they were not very good leaders. And I will tell anybody, you know, if you're trying to get people to follow you into anything, you've got to demonstrate those qualities of a leader. Otherwise, you ain't doing nothing but taking a walk. And I say that particularly to people who are trying to build, with home-based businesses in network marketing. If you don't change your mindset, if you don't change yourself, if you don't make yourself a person that people want to be around, nobody's going to want to be around. So you got to work on yourself. And like I said, you have to build your own self up. And oftentimes you got to be your own best friend, because when you're trying to make a change, and that's whether in your personal life or your professional life, people are not going to like it because they're not used to you being different. You got to be different.
Hot. Gotta call him. Hold on for a second. Heard the first right here on Phocuz Radio. Hello, Phocuz Radio. Hello?
This is MONTERIA Robinson.
MONTERIA Robinson, how you doing today?
Hello, Monteria. How are you?
But that's good stuff. This is Angela Taylor, and I'm sending arms around you from the state of Maryland.
Thank you so much. I received that.
Amen.
I need all the hugs I can get.
You got him. You got him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We were just before you called, Miss Robinson, we were just talking about A21 and just letting people know that it's not all about business. It's about changing that mindset. And also, that's what we're doing with Jamarion's case. You know, that's what we do here on Phocuz Radio. Phocuz Radio. Want to say thank you for taking the time out, for even reaching back out to us in a timely fashion like you did, and letting us be part of, you know, your support team and your movement. So we were talking about changing that mindset, and that's one thing that we're trying to do, to bring awareness, to let people, also letting people know that this is going on all around you, and it could be you. You know, like it was for, you know, Miss Robinson and Mr. Harrison and, you know, our other parents. So that's what we're doing, just, you know, bringing awareness. We want to thank you. We want to introduce you to Phocuz Radio. And we're going to let Mrs. Angela Taylor finish up so you don't go anywhere, and you'll be on in about 2 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, that's super good stuff. I don't even want to take a piece of her story because I think, too, that everything kind of ties in together. Because as I said before, it could be any one of us. It could be me, it could be Black Rose, it could be you tomorrow. But until we stand up and make folks accountable for their actions, nothing is going to change from us. So we've got to change our thinking. And we've got to be more proactive as opposed to being reactive.
Right. Yeah.
We have absolutely positively got to do that. And again, that is applicable to your personal, your professional, or even your business life. All of the stuff that we're sharing with you today through A21 is something that you can use in every aspect of your life. You just got to make up your mind that you're going to do it. Because I often tell the children, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you are probably right as well. So,
You, Mrs. Taylor, you getting powerful. You getting. I can't wait.
I just knew from her.
But every Saturday is something different. That's why these people got to tune in. We giving you these diamonds.
Yes.
You know, we giving you these diamonds on Phocuz Radio, so you got to tune in. You know, and next we taking it to the streets.
Yes,
We taking it to the schools. We
Yes,
taking it to
it is.
these events.
yes.
We taking it down there with Miss Robinson.
Yes.
With this whole mind, That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Attitude and mind frame.
Attitude is everything.
And it got to be a routine.
Yes, indeed.
Turn it to your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Positive every day.
Make it a habit. Like on my Instagram, that Black Rose was so kind to set up for me.
Oh, she set up. Can I get an Instagram? I'm just playing.
I drop a nugget again because it's the little things that make the big differences in your life. And I had visited my sister, who is, which she's not going to be around here much longer. And I had a very in-depth conversation with some family members and one of my cousins who came out of town. And I had talked to one of my neighbors, and her son is a person who I'd mentored for pretty much all his life. But he had said something yesterday that really touched my spirit. He said, as you go through life, you have to continue to make deposits in the friendship bank. So when you get to a point in your life where you can't, you will have somebody to lean on. You can make that withdrawal with interest. And again, that said to me is that we need to focus on building relationships. Those front row people that I'd always talk about, people are either adding value or they're taking it away.
That's
yes,
right.
Indeed. Your front row people, you work to cultivate those relationships. Because those people are going to be your biggest cheerleaders. They're going to be waving the pom-poms when you do something good and something positive. And when you might slip and fall. But you got to fail forward. But if you slip and fall, you got somebody who's not going to mind you coming, sitting over their house, having a cup of coffee. And just, if you want to talk, fine. If you don't want to talk, but have somebody there for you. And I'm saying that kind of for myself as well as Jamari's mother, who's on the phone. You know, we just have to make more deposits in that friendship bank. And I just feel like I'm blessed and highly favored in that I met you and Rose several months ago, because you guys are angels. You're angels to the community. And you're kind of like those diamonds that feel the diamonds. People turn over rock after rock after rock after rock, and then they find you.
Messing up my makeup, okay? Look,
they find a Black Rose, and they find a Phocuz Phil who's willing to walk the walk with them, and that is very special. That's very special. So everybody listening, you got a friend in the studio. Don't what is that word that I'm saying? Don't minimize that in your life. So with that again, let's get
the 411.
The 411 is just what I said. It is not what you have done in your life. It is what you can do from here. Every single solitary person has value. Every single solitary person can do something good for somebody. I mean, I spoke to a young man, this was day before yesterday, just walking by my house. I spoke to him, he was walking up the street with a girl, and he stopped, and he said, what? I said, hello. He said, you know what? People just don't do that anymore. And I said, okay, just like I just sprayed the little sunshine in your life, because he smiled really broad when he said hello back. I said, you go spread some sunshine wherever you go. And I encourage each and every one of you guys to do that each and every day, because a smile is very disarming. Look people in the eye when you talk to them, because that shows them that you respect them. And you greet them. And those little things, those little habits can make a big difference in somebody's day. And it can make a big difference in yours and other people's lives. So that's my 411 nugget, second nugget for today. So you all have a super fantastic day, because I intend to.
Heard her first right here on Phocuz Radio with Angela Taylor and the business segment. Look her up on Facebook and also IG. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Download this free app, Hustle Firm Radio. We are getting ready to get into an exclusive interview with MONTERIA Robinson, the mother of Jamari Robinson. And call-in number is 301-477-2616 if you want to tune in.
Let me tell you about Miss Monteria. First of all, what touched me, is just her kind voice and just her whole everything. In spite of everything that she has been through, you know, this last year, she still has such a kind heart. We have been sitting and talking on the phone for hours. Okay.
Wow.
Yes, just talking. We talked to like maybe 3 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Yes, just talking, and I came across that video of her son, and I'm gonna tell you something. It really like did something to my soul.
I saw that too.
Yeah, it's the most horrible thing that has ever been displayed by a police officer.
Right.
You know, I mean, when is this stuff gonna end?
We gotta end it. We gotta end it.
And I would just want to introduce Miss Monteria Robinson, mother of Jamarion Robinson.
Hello, everyone, and I would like to thank you, Ms. Rose, for having me. I really, really appreciate you all just taking the time out to listen to my son's story. And I would like for you all to know who my son was, who Jamarion Robinson was. Jamarion Robinson, he was smart, you know, he was athletic, you know, he was kind. He played college football for Clark Atlanta University, and at the time of his death, he played for Tuskegee University. Jamarion Robinson was the oldest of 8 grandchildren. You know, he was a son, you know, he was an uncle, he was a nephew, he was a grandson. My son was a human being. Jamarion loved the game of football. You know, he would always say to me, Mama, when I go pro, I got you. I'm going to also take care of you, my grandmama, and my auntie. You know, he would always, you know, say that to me. Jamarion comes from a 4th-generation military, you know, college-educated family. And I would like to say on the date of his death, my son was treated very inhumane and un-American. You know, my family and I, we're U.S. citizens. You know, we pay taxes, we vote. But my son was treated, his words can't even describe it, because they wouldn't even treat an animal the way they treated my son. My son was a human. He was a life. He was a being. He had breath in his body. And if you all knew him, and I always tell people, when you know me and my family, my sisters, just like you know Jamarion, but whenever you see Jamarion, he always would have a smile on his face. And he would always say to the next person, are you hungry? You want something to eat? You know, he would do that after every football game, and he would say, hey, you can come with me and my mom. We're going to go get something to eat. And most of the time, we would bring 1 or 2 of his friends with us after the games, and we would all go sit down and have a nice meal. But he was just that kind of person, just kind-hearted, giving. And so I'm going to take you to the date of the event of his death, which was August the 5th of last year. My son was killed at around 1:30 p.m. on August the 5th.
I'm sorry, Ms. Robinson. And that it's Georgia, and is it Duluth? Am I saying that right? The city?
Yeah, actually, my son was killed in East Point, Georgia, is where his girlfriend lives.
Okay.
He was visiting his girlfriend. He was at her house on August the 5th, and his girlfriend had just left the house around 1:10, 1:15. At 1:30 p.m., my son was dead, and it was just so horrific. And after his killing, my mother and my 2 brothers, they arrived on the scene, and my mom was questioning them, like, why, you know, what happened? Why did you guys do something like this? You know, she was asking them what happened, and then they said to my mother, you know, and I'm not gonna say they, but she, Cynthia Atkins, with the DBI agent, said, oh, we were looking for him from a week ago. He pointed a gun at a police officer and took off running. And then she said, here is a picture of him right here. And then my mom said, that's not my grandson. And then my 2 brothers brother said, no, that's not my nephew. And then my older brother said, my nephew looks like me. And so my brother flipped out his phone and showed them a picture of Jamarion. And so she said, can I get that picture? And so my brother dropped the picture to her phone, and then they took that picture. That picture was maybe about 1 day or 2 days old of Jamarion. They took that picture and put it on the news that night and said East Point man had a shootout with police, right? And then, you know, me and my family, we were just like hysterical because I was like, no, my son is a student athlete. He doesn't have a reason to have a shootout with police because he's not a felon. He's not a convicted felon. He's never been to jail, you know, things of that nature. And so what happened was that happened on a Friday. That Monday, we were at the attorney's office. We sent a private investigator to the scene. So fortunately, someone had captured the outside video footage of the incident. And so that person dropped it to my investigator. And so when we got the video footage, you know, we put it on the big screen, and then we all sat there and watched it. You know, my family, they're military people. And they was like, I don't care about, you know, we don't want to hurt anyone shooting back. And then when you listen to it, they start naming the guns that you can hear going off, which was, you know, actually police weapons, like machine guns. All you hear is machine guns going off. And so, and then one of my family members said, well, actually my sister said, well, if he's shooting at it, why nobody's retreating? Because everybody was just moving forward into the apartment. And then another thing we noticed, one of the other police officers stopped and turned around after the second set of shots, and he started walking off, and then they started shooting again. And I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how the video actually goes, like a short version. Basically, they had just burst the door open, and then they started yelling, put the gun down, put the gun down.
Yeah.
Pause. Put the gun down, put the gun down. Another pause. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. Hurry at the end. Yep.
And with that being said, they stopped over 95 shots at my son. After they shot, really the first 60 shots were fired at him, they threw flashbang grenades that landed on his dead body. And after all the shooting and everything commenced, they handcuffed him and then they drug him down a flight of stairs and just dropped his body in his girlfriend's living room where it laid there more than 8 hours. No medical attention or anything, no ambulance, no one was never called to the scene. They're not medical professionals that can pronounce someone dead at the scene. With that being said, they just put it as though no one would really talk to us and answer any questions. They just kept saying, my son had a shootout. And I said, no, that's not my son. My son, he's a good kid. You know, he's a student athlete at Tuskegee University. But if I wouldn't have went with my first car and my first mind, me and my family, I would have never known they shot my son 76 times. Yes, 76 bullets entered his body. I would have never known that if I wouldn't have hired my own people. And with that being said, we hired the investigator, we hired the ballistic person, and we even took it further. We even hired a forensic person who basically stated to me, he called me Mom. He said, Mom, Jamarion didn't have anything in his hand. He said, as a matter of fact, he was shot 6 times in the palm of his right hand, and he was shot 5 times in the palm of his left hand. And I knew that all along. So I said, my son would have been like, yes, sir, you know, and put his hands up, because I've always taught them, you know, whenever approached by the police, you know, you always obey. You know, my son, so he's the typical college student. You know, he has a motorcycle, you know, he has a vehicle. So he was always getting maybe speeding tickets, you know, pass the stop, you know, failure to stop at a stop sign, stuff like that. So he has had, you know, traffic tickets, traffic violations, and things of that nature. But I think, you know, I had just recently paid off all his tickets and stuff off like that in May. But he violation. But for them to come and say, oh, he had a shootout with police, I was like, okay, you always come with a better narrative than that. Because, and I asked them, I need to see your body cam. We asked them for their body cams, and we asked them also, too, after he showed, after they killed my son, and we called Cynthia Atkins maybe about 4 or 5 days later, and my sister was saying, oh, so you're saying that my nephew had a shootout with police. He had a conversation with her, and she said, well, and so my sister said, you're saying that you had a shootout with police, and she said, well, that he had a shootout with police, sorry. And she said, well, a gun was found on the scene, but I don't know who shot it. And so my sister said to her at that point, I want to see that gun you say he had. I want to see the gunpowder on his hands. I want to see the trajectory of the bullets, and I want to see the bullets itself. And she said, y'all better have y'all eyes dotted and y'all T's crossed. And she said, because I'm military, and she said, I watched that video, and from what I can see and what we gathered, there was no gunshot coming out of the house. Everything was going in. And she said, and I want to see the gunpowder on his hands. And I said, his hands have been tested for gunpowder, correct? And she said, yes. But she also stated, as I said, that he didn't know that the gun that was found on the scene, that he didn't know who shot it. So that came out of her very own mouth. And with that being said, after my son went to the medical examiner's office, the medical examiner stated that his hands and stuff was tested inconclusive for gunpowder because basically they shot his hands all off and his arms were mangled, which stated that once they shot him like in a look, because he was shot everywhere. Just imagine, he's a little person. He's only 5'6", 150 pounds at the most. He was shot from his hands down his arm, all the way from his, upper and lower torso down to his legs, to his hands, his feet. 76 bullets, like everywhere. His groin. I even had his wallet from his pants pocket. He had his wallet had a bullet in it. From where the bullet came out. On the back end. So it's like they shot him unmercifully. I mean, and it also goes to say, what's their mindset? What other humans, to do this to another human being, where they on drugs? What is their mental capacity? It makes me wonder that, because what other human can just keep shooting someone
Exactly.
and then just don't stop? Don't stop. They just kept shooting him. And then they were using the lingo, put the gun down, when my son was already down and dead. You follow me?
Yep.
So, let me ask you this: this area where this occurred at, what is it a black area, predominantly black or white? What?
It's predominantly black area. It's in East Point, which is like considered South Atlanta. It's near the airport, basically. It's near the airport. You have a lot of students that live over here because that's the type of houses they can afford or what have you. So I mean, it's not like, oh, you go live over there, you got to worry about somebody breaking into your apartment, because mainly it's just like a lot of students, working class, people that live in that vicinity, but it is predominantly black.
Well, why did they go to your son's girlfriend's house?
And that's what we're trying to find out as of today, because really we still haven't gotten no answers.
What?
We still haven't gotten no answers. No one is being cleared. And this case is still under investigation by the DA's office here in Atlanta, Paul Howard's office. But the officers that actually shot and killed my son, they're not cooperating because they were a task force that falls up under the federal jurisdiction. They fall up under like U.S. Marshals. And with that being said, I did have my investigator to pull, some of their backgrounds, and several of the police officers, like one, for instance, Daniel Timothy Doyle. He has a felony record, they have felony records within the police department.
How do they even getting hired as
Exactly.
police officers. I mean, U.S. Marshals. Are you serious?
Well,
But the thing is, they put them like on probation when they commit crimes within the police department itself. For example, this Daniel Timothy Doyle, he was on probation for 2 years for armed robbery, burglary, kidnapping, false arrest, false imprisonment, along with a few other things. And I know 2 of the other officers, or they tried to indict them on murder charges, but the grand jury would not indict them. So so like I'm saying, most of them have felony records themselves. So I'm like, so who's the criminal now? My son wasn't, he hasn't been in any type of crimes that involve any armed robbery, burglary, or anything of that nature. But these officers have, they still giving them passes.
well,
And then they're allowed to come out and police us. Follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Well-
You said these are U.S. Marshals, or was from the U.S. Marshal's office?
Yeah.
Actually, they're a task force. So really, they're like county police officers. They're basically county police officers that they act under the U.S. Marshal's jurisdiction. And so, like, if they get a call and say, hey, you're needed over here on this side of town, they'll all go under the, pretense as working, I guess being U.S. Marshals. They have their order from the U.S. Marshals themselves. So at that point in time, they were acting as U.S. Marshals. But once they leave, they go back to their different counties that they work in.
Right.
Wow.
it's a underlying issue with this whole thing, and my theory is totally different. With Jamarion's case, I mean, with this task force being able to be U.S. Marshals, one of the highest ranking law enforcement there is.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, working on federal cases with top judges, and they are U.S. Marshals. It gotta be something out here that they are targeting us. At the end of the day, we are.
But they're really, to be honest, they're game.
Exactly, Ms. Robinson.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
getting. That's what I'm getting to. That's exactly. That's what they are. That's what they are. And we gotta fight, and that's why we gotta fight, especially when it's a game where you can't even get any information for a high-profile case like this, let alone this is your son. And you don't even have a reason why they went there in the first place. That's what I was trying to figure out. No way this man can have a gun. Me and Rose, we looked at this video over and over and over and over and over again. This man did not have a gun. And we're listening, just like you guys and your family, our military. So, of course, for sure as far as a firearm being fired. The distance, the way it sounds, everything. And we sit there and listen Facebook Live and say, it's no way that this man can have a gun inside of this house.
Yeah.
And my thing is, why did no one, and we feel like this, we don't believe nothing that they say, because we already know they're liars just from seeing all the other shootings involved around the country. So to me, if it's not live stream or if you don't have it on body cam, no, we're not going to take your word. So what we end up, so to me, it's my theory. So I feel like I know my son, I know who he is. So yeah, I'm going to hire my expert to prove my version or my theory of what I know what happened to my son. Because no, y'all not going to come and give us the story that y'all want us to see. And a lot of people always say, oh, I didn't hear about your son's case, I didn't hear about your son's case. Because you got to remember, during that time on the news, they portrayed it as though my son had a shootout with police. That's how it came across the news. So people just go, oh, it's a shootout. You go on to whatever's next. You follow what I'm saying? Until we brought in our own people and just, they've been dropping the story from there. But still, I haven't been even getting any national coverage. I've just been getting local coverage because there have been so many killings just here in Atlanta alone. We got King Rogers, we got Nicholas Thomas, we got Erickson Waiters, we got Anthony Hill, Alexa Christian, Troy Davis, Troy Watson, on and on. I can go on and on. And with zero conviction. Zero.
Right. And these are the cases that they sweep under the rug because we are under attack, and they are gang. And we got to fight, and that's why we have Phocuz Radio. That's why we want to come to Atlanta and march. So let me ask you this, Ms. Robinson. Who do you have working on your son's case?
Well, actually, I just have Andrew Strong, S-T-R-O-C-H. Actually, I just brought him on board because my story where my son's case has been sitting idle for a year. I mean, it's still under investigation. You know, the DA is at state level. So these are federal people. You can't get this. The state can't make the federal come in. Bottom line. So what I had to do is bring on a federal attorney to basically bring this case to light and to basically put the fire under them. And they don't have to answer at state level, but they do have to answer at federal level. So that's where we are right now today. We will be, having, a national press conference soon, and I'm going to invite you all to come out. And then we also got some other things that's going to follow up behind that we're going to do here in Atlanta, that we're going to invite you all to, to come out and join us, because here in Atlanta it's kind of hard to get people, moving, so I was like, let me just kind of reach out, to other people that we know that are coming and stand in solidarity with me, even some of the other moms, to come say enough is enough.
I want to go right quick to my Facebook Live feed, all the way from DC to the ATL. Her name is Charlene Rawls. She said, I seen a video on FB from a girl showing where her boyfriend got shot. Is this the same young man? Yes, Miss Charlene, it's the same young man. This is the mom of JAMARION Robinson we have on our phone line. She also says that's not right at all. We need justice. So just reaching out. A lot of these people, Ms. Robinson, didn't even know about this story, and that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
A lot of this gets swept under the rug, of course we know, and that's why we fight. But 76 times, and you mean to tell me this is not nationwide?
Exactly.
Worldwide.
It's kind of like she said when it was aired. They aired it like it was a police shootout, and again, we have a lot of apathy in our community, and a lot of it is because the news paints us all with a broad brush. Said, okay, this black guy had a shootout with the police, he's dead. So what? If it bleeds, it leads, and it's just becoming too ordinary, and people ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
But, getting the details and putting those details forward, I know it's going to get you some more folks who will stand in solidarity with you.
Yes, it will.
Correct. And I feel like, I have to be my son's voice, because he's not here to tell his story. And, my family has been supporting me 100%. We're all, you got to, remember my son was like the oldest grandson, so all the kids kind of followed in his footsteps. Like when he went to college, the other grandkids that, all went to college as well. They all wanted to be like him. And so imagine he was the first grandchild, so he was like all our babies. He followed us in.
Mm-hmm.
So my sisters and my brothers, you would think they lost their son because they hurt him more, and just like I do. And then also, like earlier today, I was thinking about his girlfriend because my son 1 year anniversary just came up all this success, and it just keeps playing over and over in my head. She said when she left to go back to work that day, she was at home on lunch break, and she said when she was going out the door, my son was sitting there watching TV, and she said he was watching, can't think of the name of the movie, but it's Bible or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she said as she was walking out the door, she said, I love you. And he said, I love you more. And it's like that just keeps, like his last words.
Yeah.
Keeps playing over and over in my head, because it's like, I just miss seeing him, because sometimes when I would come home from work, he would be, if he gets home before me, he'll be sitting outside on the porch, and I would just look at him, he look at me, and, I touch my nose, I point at him, and then he'll just blush. He always, had a Kool-Aid smile on his face, So, it's just on my heart, like every night, like his last moment here on earth was so horrific.
Yeah.
It was just so horrific.
And how old was Jamarion?
He was 26.
Mm.
And like, what if I wouldn't have hired an investigator and things like that? I would have never known he was shot 76 times. I would have never known that because they would have never told me that.
Right.
Now let me ask you: did you get any other? And you may not be able to speak on this, but from the neighbors that had this on, did you speak with them as far as what occurred before this had happened? Because they were just what happened to be looking out the window.
Yeah, actually, the neighbors who captured that footage, they just don't, well, what they started doing is like, knocking on doors prior to that, making sure everyone wasn't in the area or near the area or whatever. It's like, to me, it's like they planned it. It's like they, made sure everybody around there was out of their apartment. Because they could have used another message. They thought that was him. Because, and one thing, too, I did omit, and I'm so sorry. My son was diagnosed in December 2015 with paranoid schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
But he still had dreams and aspirations. He didn't bother anyone. He was just quiet. Most of the time, he would always listen to the radio. And I'm an adjuster where I travel and work, but just so happened I came home and I took 6 months off that September. And so him and I would be at home every day. We'd go shopping, do different little things. But he mainly just stayed at home under me, and he would go to work here and there, about 2 or 3 days a week. He worked with some of his friends that had a moving company, and then after he would get off, or if he was off, he would keep my niece during the summer, like all that summer when he wasn't working. He kept babysitting my niece for my sister. She's 2 years old, and so like right now today she'd be like, I miss Jamarion. I love Jamarion. She hasn't seen him, so she's wondering like where he is. You follow what I'm saying? And so it's just like an everyday it's a struggle. But I have my family support, and I feel like it's and I'm gonna I'm gonna handle this for him. I'm gonna be his voice. It's like every day I put on my tennis shoes, I keep my front door open, and I say it's time to go. I got him. I'm gonna be his voice, and I want the world to know what happened to Jamarion Robinson. I want the world to know his name, because Jamarion Robinson was somebody. Jamarion Robinson is somebody.
Yes, he is. Yes,
So these U.S. Marshals are still on the force, haven't been just working every day like it's. What is going on with them? Are they?
Yeah, they're still working. I heard that one of them is no longer, or after my son's shooting, like he no longer works for the U.S. Marshal team or what have you. But they're still, police officers, and everything. But hopefully not for long. We're asking for, for them to be transparent. But also, we need for these officers to start being held accountable, because this is like an epidemic.
Yes, it is.
Black sons and daughters, like on a day-to-day basis, like every 28 hours, a black man is killed.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. And in Chicago, it's every 22 hours.
Oh, wow.
Every 22 hours, a black man is killed. Yeah.
Wow.
In Chicago, and every 2.2 hours and 14 minutes, one is being shot. Yeah, one is being shot. I just looked at, I always follow, the crime blogs and things of that nature, like all the time. So I get those updates every day, every single day. And it's been so many police involved shootings, like it really, Sandra Bland brought everything into perspective for me. When that happened to her and Michael Brown, that brought everything to perspective. And then when I, actually did my research and I seen that actually since 1996, it has been a rise on police involved shootings.
Right. Well, I don't know, back in the 1960s, probably before a lot of your time, I remember Malcolm X, and I forget the name of the Klan leader, because they were arguing back and forth, and I'll never forget the piece where he said, "That's all right, we can take off our hoods and infiltrate your police departments. We're going to get you one way or another."
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's like it's open season. Open season.
What are some of the other things you've been doing, Ms. Robinson, for Jamarion? What have some of the other things that you've been doing?
Actually, just kind of trying to bring awareness. We had a march and rally, actually on his anniversary. I had a press conference, like August the 4th, and then August the 5th, we follow it with a march and protest here in Atlanta. We got a bit of people to come out, but for the most part, we're like every day I'm giving out flyers and, getting people to share it on Facebook. I remember about a month ago, I had another young lady that I met. She shared it on Facebook I'm sorry, it was actually on Twitter, and it kind of went viral in a sense. She had over 100,000 views. Part of it to me having, my press conference and everything, because you guys just found out this month, but actually back in July, early part of July, I get a lot of young people, like college students, to upload it to their Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The story has been moving that way too.
Right. Okay.
But the last, me and my family, we've been really hitting it hard, especially with the social media. Getting people to share their stories. We're making it move. So, and when I met Samora White, she was like, "There's no way this story should not be national news on his 1-year anniversary." So I was like, you're absolutely correct. And so, me and my sister just, from that point, we just was like, okay, it's time. Like, everybody's time is up. Everybody's time up. I need the DA, I need some answers. I need some answers. My family and I, we need some answers. If we need them not tomorrow, we need them right now, today.
Now, has your attorney reached out to the National Action Network, Al Sharpton's group in New York?
Well, actually, I think no, we have not, tried, and I'm familiar with them, because a lot of people, like when they, they kind of was basing, a lot of people that we were reaching out to initially, when they even go out and pull it, all they saw was, oh, this man got a shootout with police. Oh, there's nothing we can do. But I had to kind of wait until everything unfolded with the investigation, with the ballistic person came back with, the forensic person, et cetera, because I needed to be able to prove to people
Right.
this is what actually happened. And so now that we kind of got more details, we can kind of move it and funnel it to other people. But we are reaching out to a lot of the SDOC. I'm in contact with them, as well as a couple of other organizations that we're working with as we speak.
Good stuff.
But the more the merrier, we'll be happy to add more. So I'll probably, like I said, like now I can probably reach out to him since we have more facts in it.
Yeah. I told you, you have to be, the voice for Jamarion. Like you are the only one that can tell his story. Nobody else can. And you have to be the one to tell his story. And we want to, like I told you, we want to start a movement. We want to get some things done. We have to. We can't keep letting this, yeah, because it could be any one of us,
And actually, too, this was a hate crime.
Exactly.
You know, it was a terrorist act.
Right.
It wasn't even taken a little further.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And if it's me and you or us, the three of us or four of us were together somewhere and we committed a crime, what are they going to call us? A gang.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a terrorist act committed against my son. You know,
It's like it's kind of who polices the police.
Mhm.
It sure is not going to be Jeff Sessions.
Yes.
That's for
Right.
sure.
I just feel like we just got to stop calling the police to our community and police within our own
Community policing.
together. You know, and say, hey, I don't give X number of hours a week and go and patrol and make sure. You know what I mean? You remember back in the day we had, I was a song Guardian Angels. Kind of went out into the community. You know, I'm for that now because it's at that point, that if we keep calling them for small, minor things, we can end up dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you, I'd be terrified sometimes. It's like you don't even want to go over the speed limit.
It is terrifying.
Serious.
Yeah.
You just don't even want to go over the speed limit. You don't know,
Yeah, you gotta
what
be
type
careful.
of mood they in, or
Right.
any of that.
gotta be careful.
You have to be really careful. And I had watched this one video where I had, the guy, he had went Facebook Live when the police pulled him over, and I mean, he was so terrified, and he had actually pissed himself, being so scared, and he was crying and shaking, like he didn't know what to do, Yeah, and it was horrible, and they was just pulling him over because his light was out, in the back, and I mean, that really fucked me up. Excuse my language. It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
My son had a friend of his who was pulled over by the police. He had his daughter in the back of the car. And when the policeman walked up, the daughter rolled down the window and asked him, 4 years old, are you going to shoot my daddy?
Mm-hmm.
And the policeman just let him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And see,
Yeah.
this is happening. And the last two events I had a chance to interview the chief of Prince George's County Police yesterday, along with some interviews today. And I spoke to them, and I had one that was saying that a lot of people don't abide by the rules, right? And I was telling him about Jamarion's case, and I said there was no reason for this at all.
Mm-hmm.
If the marshals even thought that he was the guy, it was 1,000,001 ways that they could have gotten him to come out of the house with no force or no anything.
See, that's why we got to get some different laws put into place.
So who
we
police?
gotta get 'em.
The police, I always say they do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I have spoken to some good ones, and I'm not bad mouthing the police at all. But in a lot of these cases, they don't obey the law. They don't.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. So who polices the police? And especially in this case, this is, like you said, this is a game.
Anytime you can choke somebody to death, and they telling you that they can't breathe, and you're still going to choke them to death, like that
And you
shit
have
is like
a
crazy.
live video.
Yeah,
of
and you
it.
have a live video.
Right.
Just like in Jamarion's case. Them police officer wasn't running away from that door like he was shooting at them.
Right.
They was standing right there. They was going inside. I mean, the whole video actually speaks for itself. You don't even really have to, it's self-explanatory. Just
Exactly.
looking at it by every bullet that you heard, and then to the last three. I sat there and oh God.
We'll go back.
And also, I believe I left this out. Like after, those 3 bullets in the end that were shot, that's where somebody stood over my son
And shot him.
down into his body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah. Like 73 times wasn't enough.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know.
Did you guys
Mm-mm.
They killed a white police officer and a black police officer. One of them name was Ricky DeVos, and the other one name was Donnie Rose. But they escaped from their transport. They were transporting them somewhere, and they escaped. And they end up going to. They end up getting out of the state of Georgia, getting into the state of Tennessee. But when they went and arrested them, because they captured them, but they had them to lay down on the ground. But they didn't kill them. But they knew, I mean, they had just killed 2 police officers.
Mm-hmm.
They, were aware of, because there were 2 police officers dead at the scene or what have you. But when they approached him nicely, lay down on the ground, Why couldn't that been the same, effect from my?
I mean, why not turn the water off?
Was that person?
Why not turn the lights off? You know what I'm saying? Why not turn the water off, the lights off? Throw a couple of those tear gas damn grenades or whatever them things is. Why shoot someone? I mean,
It goes back to, like I say, man, we gotta fight, man. We gotta. It's a game.
It's like
It's
this
a
shit
game.
is like unreal.
Tupac said it, man, years ago. Police, it's a game. That's what this case is, and the government, everybody. I'm sure the judges heard about this. Everybody heard about this case. Come on now, 76 times. You know how much paperwork was done on the U.S. Marshals end for this, or was it done? That was supposed to be done. This is crazy.
Folks hunting folks down.
This is crazy.
With felonies. And
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
There's no justification.
Right. No justification. Exactly.
It's not none. It's not none.
76 times, because after he shot him 40 times, he got back up and started shooting back. You can't tell that theory. That's not logical.
So that's why they have nothing to say at all. Because they don't even have a story to tell you. They don't have a damn story to tell you. They don't have no justification. Yeah. So you have to make them tell you something. Yeah. Yeah. Like this cannot, this like,
Heard it first, man.
Going like this.
We- Well, what I want to say thank you. You are now plugged into Phocuz Radio. I want to get the cases and what's going on in Atlanta. So I want the call-ins from you, and I want the updates because this is happening everywhere, and more so, down there. Being as though that we are talking about the South. We're bringing it back to that with President Trump in office, and now they're really showing a face. They're doing it, and I always say it's modernized slavery. Exactly. That's what it is. They're doing it. They're doing it in a different. Exactly, and that's it. And that's what it is. Thank you, Mrs. Monteria Robinson.
We have your back. We have your back. We're gonna be down there in October. I want you to I got all of the information from Laquita. So I'll be getting it. We're gonna talk tomorrow and we're gonna set some stuff up. Okay? So we can come down there and I'm gonna get some people involved and we're gonna come on down there. Okay.
And you can look Monteria Robinson up on Facebook. Do you have a YouTube or a IG or anything?
Yes, we do. We do have on IG and Twitter at Justice for Jam, and also we have a Facebook for Jamarion Robinson. That's JAMARION, and that's Robinson ROBINSON. And we also have a website too, Justice www.justiceforjam.com.
Okay.
Is that Jam, JAM? Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you.
So much. We love you.
Love ya.
Love you.
You are plugged in, so we'll definitely be in contact.
We'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later.
Right.
All right.
Thank
enjoy
you.
The rest of your day.
Heard it first, man, right here on Phocuz Radio. Exclusive interview with Monteria Robinson, the son of Jamarion Robinson, who lost his life to senseless gun violence, by U.S. Marshals in Atlanta, Georgia. we got to fight, and that's what we're doing. So we got to be the investigators. You know, we got to be our own forensics and detectives, and that's what we got to do, especially in this case. So we are bringing awareness. A lot of events, marches, and rallies going on in the ATL, trying to get justice for her son. And she said she gonna keep fighting and she ain't going nowhere. So she will get justice for her son. So make sure, man, you tune in, man. This is what we do on Phocuz Radio. When we come back, we haven't forgot about Antonio Willer as he comes in and speaks truth on his behalf and the disappearance of his daughter, Melissa Rudd. And he also will update us on trying to get his sons back. So, man, we talk real shit here on Phocuz Radio. Tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hustle Firm Radio. Call in number 301-477-2616. And we on break.
Sit here trying to picture 76 bullets in anybody.
Yeah, 5'6", 160 pounds.
You got shot 5 times in one hand, 4 in another hand.
5 times in the palm of his left arm.
Yo, man, I want to say thank y'all, man, for tuning in. Staying tuned in with me, man. Facebook Live, man. Doing what we do, man. Hustle Firm Radio. Just got finished exclusive interview with MONTERIA Robinson, U.S. Marshals in Georgia. Shot her son 76 times.
That could even happen. Like,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, bringing awareness, man, doing what we do. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We do this thing each and every Saturday. You got a business, you need marketing, advertising, sponsoring, anything you need, man. Send me an email, phocusnews@gmail.com. PHOCUZ. Got Antonio Will in the building. Powered by Phocuz Radio, bringing our children home segment, giving us an update on the Melissa Rudd. Also, speaking on getting his sons back, man. Real shit right here on Phocuz Radio, man. That's what we do, bring awareness. Reach out, man, and do what we can do. Got to change ourselves before we change the world. Standing in one spot, no grass grows. So we're going to keep it moving, man. I mean, you know, it's sad, but we are still the voice. Sad cases. But we are the voice. We are power. Phocuz Radio, baby. We're going to get back into it in a minute, man. It's going to be some dreadhead in my lobby. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Phocuz Radio, man. Like I say, we do this thing each and every Saturday, 6:15 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. Coming up, y'all, we got Antonio Willer. So don't go nowhere, man. Where a good fight party at, man? Somebody send me some emails, send me some messages, man. Where a fight party at? Like a helicopter.
Like to sit in the house and read me a good book.
Did you read the one I gave to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want one of y'all to call in, man. Show us some love. 301-477-2616. All y'all tuned in with me, man. It's popping, it's popping, it's popping. Call in right now, 301-477-2616. Feeling so good. Hey. I said, yeah. What's up, V, man? Where that party at tonight, man? Charlene, what's happening, Miss Charlene? Ross, thanks for the love. John, what's up, Big John? Chrissy, what's happening, Chrissy? Hey, Chrissy, you got that fight going on down tonight, man. Send me a message or something. Me and my co-host won't slide through trying to see that fight if you got it popping. Frenchie, Miss Stewart, Linda, hey, how you doing? Thanks for the love. D. Fatima Roy, thanks for the love. Shavana Jalil, yeah. K. Murray Johnson, Anthony, Frank, everybody. Melissa Young, thanks for tuning in. Tracy, Kiana Smith, Anitra, man, everybody tuned in. What's up, Les, man? Praise, man, going up, you and your nephew, man. Once again, man, another young black brother lost his nephew, man, to senseless gun violence in Suitland, Maryland. Hey, man, want to get Miss Massey on the show, man. Markina, Greg, Ill Will, Timothy, Miss Denise. What's going on, Miss Denise? Thanks for the love always, every day. Y'all already know, man, what we do here, Phocuz Radio. 301-477-2616. Hey, y'all, Justice. Hey, we need to, I can't really. Yo. Y'all already know what it is. Yo. Yo. Yo, man, what's up, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Phocuz Radio, man. We do this thing each and every Saturday, 6:15 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. I want to thank all my people that's tuning in with me right now, live on air. Y'all tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Y'all see my backdrop. Hustle Firm Radio, simple as ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Each and every Saturday, man. Y'all all on my Facebook Live. Where's a free party at? Me and Rose will come and host your party for free for a bottle and 6 pieces of chicken wings tonight. In Mama's house.
You talking about you wasn't gonna do that by your damn self, okay?
You ain't.
Lost your mind.
I thought you don't eat chicken no more.
Yeah, I love me some chicken, but I ain't hosting no goddamn shows for no chicken wing and no bottle or whatever the hell you just said crazy self. That's crazy. Okay.
Oh shit. I was looking for some fun. I was gonna host a party.
No shit, I can get my own damn chicken wings.
I just baited her in, y'all. So we got chicken wings at the bottom when we leave here. We about to have a party. You hear me, Tony?
Yeah.
We about to go party.
Shit, we can have us a party.
Hey,
That's
shit.
all you want, some chicken wings and some goddamn what?
I want a big ass bottle.
Oh shit. We can have a party.
Black
right?
Hennessy. Smart ass. Jose Cuo.
Yeah, this nigga crazy.
Don V. Hey, y'all heard it first, man. Right here on Phocuz Radio, man. We are live stream now, man. So go on YouTube and just click on Hustle Firm Radio or just put in Phocuz Radio. PHOCUZ. Man, you can see us right now on the live stream, man. We're doing real big things in here, man. Also, Black Rose 44 on the IG and Upfield Focus on the IG. We're going to hop right into it, y'all. Bringing our children home today is actually powered by Antonio Willer, stepdad of Relisha Rudd. Man, you are tuned in live, Antonio, with hundreds of people on my Facebook Live right now. And as you always know, it's going to be real.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, Antonio, man? What's happening, man? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm just holding it together by a thread. But this is a thread.
Hold it together by a thread, and why is that?
Well, basically, y'all, man, everybody know what's up with, my daughter case or whatever. And by me not being her biological father, as they say, they can't release no information to me. Mm-hmm. So, what to a man do in my position? Honestly, I don't know. But, I've been humble for the past 3 years. I can't get rid of it. Because by me being humble, that gave ground to people saying and doing what they want about my life, about my daughter. It applies down to some of the detectives, when I was living on Chesapeake Street, they came and sat in my living room and basically told me in my face that they wish they would have listened to my words back then, because they could have got somewhere instead of where they at now. So
this was recent?
No, this was like 2 years ago when I had my apartment, my 2-bedroom that I found my own. Brenda Brown, yes, she helped me get it. She did. But I found it on my own. I was paying $8.95 a month by myself. I was given a list of things to do as far as in my boys, as far as in keep a religious name out there. And I did it, and I passed it with flying colors, and they still, there's no arrest being made. There's no criminal charges being brought up against me. There's no evidence saying that I was linked to any part of what happened to my daughter. But yet, I got the entire city bashing me because I'm not being quiet no more. Because I asked to use my daughter's name in a respectful manner. And I get hate messages and people playing on my phone and all behind because I said use my daughter's name in a respectful. What I ain't say don't use her name. I said use it in a respectful manner. That's all I had. And it's messy because the citizens of DC had a lot to do with the agency influence on what they happened with my boys. DC, you know, and they telling me I don't have no say so for him. They told me about that little girl right there, that I have no say so. My social worker, Tamana Bell, told me I don't have no say so for him. Just worry about these two, right? But he still called me daddy. Right, y'all, keep that in mind. His real father, don't come see him. But he get all the respect in the world. You know, I got people trying to link me to what happened to my daughter. They could do it. I don't care. Because I know I ain't do nothing. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm not hiding. I'm not being quiet. I don't be in the house shutting up. I sleep next to that poster every night. Sleep next to these pictures every night with it on my heart. Asking myself, Tony, what would you gonna do differently? It was a lot I could have did differently, but believing in family, being though I grew up in foster care too, and believing in family, I would never thought that her family, Alicia's family, would be not honest in a time like this. And with a child, this is a child, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is a child. And for, I want to say names so bad, I do. But for people sit there and come at me in the way that they came at me, just on the I've been telling you, Rose, and you, Phil, from in the beginning, 3 years ago, I had people pulling up on me, jumping out of cars, wanting to fight me. People sending verbal threats, hurtful comments. And I'm still here, still working, still fighting. That's the only thing that be keeping me sane is my kids. That's, to be honest, nobody else. When I first met you, Rose and Phil, I was at my breaking point. Because I blacks out when it comes to my daughter. I have constantly flashbacks, stuff like that. Sometimes I go in a good place. Sometimes I go in a bad place. And the bad places that I go, it all revolves around Shamika, her mother, and her sister, Melissa and Ashley. It all comes back to them because there's no way a mother act the way you act in a time like this. There's no way. We got over 10 years in a relationship and we got 4 beautiful kids together. How could you not be venting to your kid's father? How could you not? I mean, I'm not tripping off of it, but I'm just stating facts that, like, how could you even fix your mouth to say that you were happy with your life right now? How can you sit right there and tell me that you're not ready to be a mother, but everybody is defending this girl? You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of people don't know, Rose, you was on the phone with me when all that was transpiring.
All that stuff transpiring.
And I never said none of that. So that just goes to show what
I didn't even say anything, you know, to the comments and all of that other crazy shit. Because, you know, like I said, people are going to try to push themselves as far as away from this situation as possible, you know. And I was on the phone talking to you. We were talking over the show that you're on today. And when you ran into them, they saw you, ran into the library and everything, you know. So I never once heard you say anything about walking your daughter on a leash and all of this other shit, you know. So that right there, like, put a kind of, it put everything in perspective for me.
Who was this that you seen running into the
Shamika and her boyfriend now?
And let me ask you, so Relisha Rudd is still missing after 3.5 years. And
I have got no answers, no calls back from detectives, Metropolitan Police Department, and I left my contact information and I left my numbers and emails and all everything. You think these people call me and say, okay, Mr. Wheeler, this is who we at with your daughter? Instead, they say, oh, you're not biologically her father, so we can't tell you nothing. What type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? So,
have you spoken to her recently about Relisha?
No, not recently. Every time I try to bring it up, I don't want to talk about it right now. Telling me, yo, you just need to worry about your 2 boys. Bitch, what you mean? I lost my kids. I'm losing my family. I'm holding on by a thread. She don't have no parental rights. The only way, if she even still seeing my kids, is because of me. You know, she had the audacity to tell me on the phone when the last time I went to go visit my boys. Now, first of all, I was told my parental rights was gone. Obviously, they not, because I still got my appeal in. Obviously, they not. So that's what I was told by my social worker, Tawana Bell. Because we got into a heated debate because my son, Andre, the Dawson one right here, he was crying because he wanted to come home. And I was basically telling Miss Bell, instead of y'all breaking my family up, y'all should have helped me. You know what this lady words was? Well, your parental rights is gone and you keep talking to me in that manner, I can stop you from seeing your kids. That's totally unprofessional. My kids is already suffering. But they say I bring the pain and suffering to my son. I got pictures of my son right here and my phone right now coming to me for visits with shit on his ass, smelling like piss. I got pictures of my son got bald spots in his head because he's at the first foster parent's house eating tile. My son said he wanted to kill himself. And when I went up choosing to see him, you know what he said? Daddy, I don't want to kill myself. I just want to come home. Andre wanted to run away. Andre, where you going to run to? I was coming to find you, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that I have to hear on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? My son ran. He ran and he fucking hid from these people. He hid from them a couple of times. But they tell me from the child people. Yeah. A couple of times.
When the last time have you seen the kids?
I haven't seen them because I was under the impression that my parental rights was gone, but all along they wasn't. I recently reached out to these people to kind of to set something up to see my boys, and they still haven't reached back out to me.
What have you been doing on your end as far as in a fight to get your sons back?
I've been making calls, trying to talk to lawyers, just to get some legal advice. I got some lawyers telling me that I have a strong case. Some lawyers telling me that I don't have a case. Some of those even telling me that I got a case just alone for pain and suffering. But that's not what I'm aiming to. I'm aiming to get a lawyer for my boys. That's it. That's all. I don't.
Let me ask you: your boys are with the same families they've been with. One of them. So where are your sons now?
My boys are separated. They live in different homes. He got his own family right now, and they got another different family. They don't live together. They should be together. This is what the government did with my family, did with Alicia family, did with the family that I was trying to hold together. So when my daughter come home, it'll be some normalcy to her.
Got a go to Facebook Live. Donna Young reaches out and says sometimes children are placed in the foster care system, and it's no better than being with the biological parents.
And that's the thing. My son's foster parent told me on the phone that my sons was better off coming back home. It's coming from a foster parent. I got workers and everything from down at Child and Family Services used to give me hugs and encourage me and telling me the things that I'm doing in my case that their parents don't do, but the agency helps them. Like the agency wasn't helping me get my boys back when it was first in the play. I did everything on my own. Shamika didn't even help me. She wanted to give up. Oh, they took the kids. I just don't care no more. I said, Shamika, you're not by yourself. So let's do this. Let's fight to get out there.
So this has been her attitude throughout.
Throughout. Even before Alicia was missing. A lot of people.
What was the relationship with her? And what kind of mother is Shamika?
I'm not gonna lie, because I don't lie. Shamika was the average mother. She wasn't a bad mother. She wasn't the best mother. But she made sure her kids had.
Right.
But I'm saying I'm not gonna bad talk her. I don't bad talk people.
Right.
But I just state the facts. Leading up to us going to the shelter and Alicia missing, her whole demeanor, her whole attitude like changed. Like she constantly shows me on a daily basis that she don't care. That she do not care. And when I seen her, she didn't look like the person who I had kids with. She looked sick. And I think it's a guilt, to be honest. Her and her mother. Like when she came on this show and said that I didn't give my daughter that chocolate cupcake with green icing. I did. And she left with Melissa. I'm not gonna come up here and make up anything else when it comes down to my kids. These are my kids. This is my life. It's not a story. It's not a case. Alicia didn't deserve it. I sleep next to that poster every night. When I'm at home, me, I'm getting high. I get high and look at that picture. Because I know she's calling me. Me and Alicia was real close. Closer than a lot of people didn't like. It was to the point where she started calling my mother grandma. You know what I'm saying? It was to the point, like, it was just one incident, it was Alicia, she was arguing with my two sons. Urban, he was in a DS pack, he didn't care. But they was arguing. Long story short, my youngest son said, "That's my daddy, that's not your daddy." And Alicia was crying. And I came back in the room. Alicia, why you crying? Andre said, "You're not my dad." I said, "Alicia, I am." And I made my son apologize to her. Because me knowing that her father, her brother, was not around. And Shamika did give him chances too. She did. She even called him and asked him, can you keep Religion and Urban for a while till we get a place? He didn't want to. Even to my family members, before we even went to the shelter, we was going house to house. People that I helped out over the years, now they doing better, you know, got their own place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could come with your two boys, but Felicia and Urban and Shamika can't come. You know, people saying shit like that. But now when she ended up missing, oh, y'all could have came to my house. Bitch, I'm not trying to hit none of that. Because I was reaching out to y'all. I ain't gonna go here. But me making that decision and go to the shelter was the worst decision I ever made. But I ain't gonna nobody can tell my kids to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, I had no choice. As a man, I shouldn't have let that happen.
What was your relationship with Shamika in the shelter?
It was, I would say good, but we was already drifting apart. You know, it was to the point, like I said again, just worry about your two and not worry about my two. And that's exactly what I did. And that was my mistake. But I really didn't have no say so when it came to her and Melissa and to making decisions for them. They were always, well, you're not even a father. You're not a father. Why you even care so much? Because she calls me daddy. She called her father her. I didn't tell her to do that. She did that. Shamika didn't tell her story to do that. She did that. I didn't force my love on that little girl. It was just naturally here.
Your thoughts today from the beginning of the events that took place up until now. Your thoughts of where your stepdaughter or may be, or what do you think today?
Right now, from the beginning to right now, I think the police department, the FBI, whoever investigating this case, need to do something before I put fire under them. It was already in the play. I'm already saying names that I shouldn't be saying. I go to court at the end of the month for my boys that I did not know about. So far as what my thoughts on Melissa and where she at or who she may be with, I don't know. But what I do know is that her mother and her grandmother and her aunt, they know something. There's no doubt about that. It's facts. It's just facts. It's just there. It's all over their face. It's all over their face. They can't even look at me in my eye. So I told Melissa, look sitting right there. Look at me. She started crying because the truth hurts. I don't care about her side of the family wanting to fight me, look for me, and all that. Because to be honest, Shamika family know what's up. They know where I live at. Shamika know where my cousin live at. So all that she's talking about she gonna pull up. She don't want to pull up. But that's not. But that's where my anger, my attitude is at right now. Because I want to hurt somebody. I want to hurt one of them, to be honest. But I can't do that. And I'm not going to do that. But that's just how I feel. But like I told one of our mutual followers, I'm not going to say a friend, she's not my friend. I am Alicia's voice. I am her voice. She belongs to me. You want to be the hero. I don't want to be the hero. I want my family back. That's being the hero that I want to be. Is to get my kids back. I don't know how long it's going to take. It may take 20 years. It might be fully grown with other kids. I don't want to get my kids back. One way or another, even if it kills me. But Shamika, her mother, they know something. They know something. They know exactly where she at. That's what I believe.
What do you think they know?
I think they know where she at. Like I just said, I think I know where she. I think they know where she at.
No, but what I'm saying is y'all think that I mean you think that they know that Relisha Rudd is no longer with us and they know where she's at. So they know that something happened to Relisha Rudd.
I'm not gonna say she's not here with us. No, I don't want to think that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You said you think they know where she's at in another state, and that with the Atlanta theories that we were hearing. What do you what do you think, Antonio?
I think they know where
Yeah.
she at.
Uh-huh.
And if something bad did happen to her, God protect my daughter's soul, that they know what happened. It's even one. They know where she at, or they know what happened. She can't even look me in my face as a mother to my kids and tell me what happened to my child. She gets mad at me, threatens me that I'm not gonna see my kids if I do certain things.
We're gonna get a
She sat in court and testified against me and getting my kids. That right there brings some light to my theory about Shamika the whole time anyway. Why would you do that?
I'm gonna see if we can get one of our people that's tuned in with us. Let me see. Had a comment here. Unfortunately, from Pernell Young. Unfortunately, the foster homes are not inspected enough, nor are the foster parents. These should be mandatory like every other month. Speaking on your sons that were that are in foster care. We got somebody else, Connor Dimmers, says try to stay positive. Um, Stay strong for your kids. Keep your head up. A lot of comments, man. A lot of love, Tonio, here on Focus Radio. Let me ask you anything that you've done recently as far as in a search for Relisha Rudd? And God bless us all. I'm sorry, I couldn't leave that one out. Anything that you want to do? Or you're just feeling like it's time for some answers as far as with Shamika and Melissa?
That's where I'm at. There's nothing, nobody really can keep my options. People talking good on social media. Oh, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. But y'all's witnesses to came out when nobody showed. Maybe like a handful of people, not even 15 people came. But everybody got so much to say. And it's time for them to be locked up and prosecuted. So I can get my kids on.
But when you say linking you to this case, why are they linking you to the case? And when you say linking you, in what way? What are people saying about Tonio?
They saying that I did something to her, that I used to molest her, that I used to beat on her and my boys. They saying that I know exactly where she at, and I really don't. I really don't. My actions, I ain't gonna say my actions, but my Facebook should speak for itself. I think. Because that's all on my face about kids and little typical stuff, people dating problems and stuff like that. But this is all on my page. I'm mad because I wasn't strong enough in the beginning to even speak. Because I was so worried about people saying that I did something to my daughter. And I really it's hard. I have an entire city against me. And for what? Honestly. Like honestly, for what? I was the only one corroborating authorities in the beginning, calling them, trying to follow up with them, leaving emails, contact information. You think they call me back? So who's y'all giving these updates to? What family member are y'all doing? Oh, y'all saying y'all can't give it to me because I'm not her biological father. I don't get so tired of hearing that because she called me daddy at the end of the day, not nobody else. I'm stressed, mentally drained.
He can see us. Antonio.
Antonio, we got somebody tuning in live.
What's up,
Lovely
Tonio?
Chase. He's saying, "What's up, Tonio? What's up?"
I'm Cluck Bean's son, the youngest one.
What's up,
What's up, cuz? Keep your head up, bro. It's gonna be okay.
sister? I'm trying, but
You gotta stay positive. You gotta be strong.
Right. Get out of it. I know. I got a pretty good suggestion by you.
I miss her too.
I mean, man, thanks Chase, man, for tuning in. Each week we do this thing, Chase, called Pick of the Week. So, man, I just randomly hit up one of my fans, and it just happened to be you, and you just happen to know Tonio. Man, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, Chase, man. Download this free app, Hustle Firm Radio. This is our biggest segment. 2.2 million viewers, man. We're bringing our children home. Stepdad of Alicia Ward. Appreciate you, Chase.
All right.
All right.
I have not seen my name. You know what I'm saying? Five to four, not once. Now my theory on that, this alone is they was trying to keep me quiet for something, and I think the reason is because they don't want the world to know how they did my family, and I'm going to tell. Even if I gotta go to Steve Wilkos, Maury Povich, any TV show, that's my next step too. This is how I'm reaching out to TV shows and see. Hopefully somebody fly me out and I get some answers and some clarity on my behalf. And hopefully that'll help me get justice for Alicia and my boys and bring them back home.
We are still in the search of Alicia Rudd today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 3.5 years. Alicia Rudd is now 11 years old. She was last seen with a gentleman by the last name of Tatum, who was an employee at the DC homeless shelter, and wasn't seen after that. Like you said, Antonio, man, this whole thing is messy. So I keep on bringing awareness as much as I can to open up more eyes to get more answers, man, to someone that may know where Alicia Rudd is. Want to say thank you for coming through the Phocuz Radio once again. You already know you always plugged in. Now, for your sons, as far as where you are with that, it's reaching out to lawyers, right? As far as trying to get someone to look into the case to get your kids back. Now, did they ask you to do anything on your end as far as that they wanted to see from you in order for you to get your kids back?
Yeah, I did everything. They wanted me
You've abided by everything that they...
Everything.
You know how the system is. I'm just saying, guidelines and...
I did parenting classes, which I finished in 2014. It's 2017. I found my own job. I found my own housing. I got my own mental health services. They were trying to send me out to play to Maryland, saying DC don't have no more mental openings. But I went on and Googled and found my own therapist, my home mental health services. I did everything myself, and they still did not help me. But they was helping Shanika. But they was helping other parents that didn't want their kids. They was helping them, but it was a handful of us down at that Child Family Service building who was applying by them. Couldn't get no answer, could get nothing, no type of help from the system. But they telling me keep doing what you're doing, Mr. River. Tawana Bill tried to follow me on Instagram. Now, tell me that's not torture or something. She was trying to follow me on Facebook too. Tell me that's not torture. Tell me that's not something personal. Because why are you following me? Why are you trying to look at my life? What? You're already messing up my kids' mental stage. What else you want from me? What?
Heard it first, man, right here on Phocuz Radio. We got to wrap it up. Antonio Willis, stepdad of Relationship